This plane crashed in 2004. No survivors. No black box. No final distress call. But last Thursday, someone received a voicemail from it. Rain hammered against the apartment windows. Daniel Carter sat alone at his kitchen table, staring at the blinking light on his phone. 2:13 a.m. 3 missed calls. Unknown number. He almost ignored it. But then he noticed something strange. The voicemail timestamp was impossible. October 14, 2004. Daniel frowned. That has to be a glitch. He pressed play. At first there was only static. Heavy crackling. Then, breathing. Weak. Shaky. Followed by a man's terrified whisper. If anyone hears this, please, don't let them open the door. Daniel froze. The voice continued. We are still here. Static exploded across the speaker. Then screaming. Dozens of people screaming at once. Metal twisting. Children crying. And finally, a woman whispered. They're not passengers anymore. The message ended. Daniel sat motionless. His hands trembled. Because he recognized the flight number mentioned at the end of the voicemail. Flight 237. A plane that disappeared over the Atlantic Ocean 22 years ago. In 2004, Horizon Airways Flight 237 departed from New York to London. 218 passengers. 9 crew members. The plane vanished 3 hours into the flight. No wreckage was ever officially recovered. The FAA closed the investigation after 11 months. Cause of disappearance. Unknown. Conspiracy theories exploded online for years. Hijacking. Military experiments. Time distortion. Alien abduction. But eventually, people forgot. Except Daniel. Because his mother was on that flight. He was 12 years old when she disappeared. And now, after 22 years, something had called him back. The next morning, Daniel drove across Chicago to meet his friend Marcus Hale, a late-night radio producer obsessed with unsolved mysteries. Marcus laughed after hearing the voicemail. Dude, it's fake. Daniel handed him the phone. Marcus played the recording again. This time he didn't laugh. Especially when they heard something hidden beneath the static. A repeating sound. 3 knocks. Then a distant metallic creak. Marcus paused the audio. Wait. He enhanced the sound using studio software. The metallic noise became clearer. A door opening. Then a distorted intercom announcement. Cabin pressure failure on lower deck. Marcus looked pale. That aircraft didn't have a lower deck. Silence filled the room. Daniel stared at the screen. Then where was that voice coming from? Discovering the impossible. Marcus contacted an aviation archivist named Elena Voss. Former FAA investigator. Now retired. They met her inside a dusty archive building in Virginia. When Elena heard Flight 237, her expression changed immediately. Fear. Real fear. You should stop looking into this. Daniel played the voicemail anyway. Elena nearly dropped the recorder. That's impossible. She whispered. That voice belongs to Captain Howard Green. Daniel leaned forward. You knew him? Elena nodded slowly. I identified his remains. Daniel's blood turned cold. What? Elena looked around nervously before speaking. The public was lied to. She opened a locked filing cabinet. Inside was a classified photo. A section of airplane wreckage. Recovered from the ocean floor in 2005. But something was wrong. The metal looked melted, warped inward, like the plane had been crushed from the inside. Then Alina revealed something worse. Only part of the aircraft was ever found. The passenger cabin. The rest of the plane was missing. Back in Chicago, Marcus isolated another hidden layer in the voicemail. A voice buried deep beneath the static. Almost impossible to hear. They boosted the audio. And suddenly, Daniel's face went white. It was his mother. Her voice, older, weak, crying, "Danny, if you hear this, don't let them land." The recording abruptly cut off. Daniel stepped backward. His breathing became uneven. That's not possible. His mother had been 32 when she disappeared. But the voice sounded elderly. Like decades had passed. Marcus stared at him. Neither of them spoke, because both realized the same terrifying possibility. Whatever happened to Flight 237? The passengers might still be alive. Ending cliffhanger. That night, Daniel received another call. Unknown number. He answered carefully. Static. Then a child's voice whispered. He opened the door. Suddenly the call filled with violent screaming. And a horrifying sound like wet crawling inside metal walls. Then, a final message. Spoken by dozens of voices at once. "We're coming home."